think the other left.
Here we go. Oh my god, look at that. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh.
I'm right at the bottom of the tower.
Oh. It's like firework display. Whoa. Holy shit. That's amazing. With the recent introduction of the Halloween-themed map on Pearl Market, which made the environment go a little bit dark, it was changed into a nighttime map. That got the community started on what we thought night maps would be like for Battlefield 4, and Tigger, David Serlin, the lead developer at DICE LA, has confirmed that they are working on night maps for Battlefield 4. So, part of the community, myself, Shadow6, Jackfrags, Dolce, Hoodoo from the Two Scotsmen, Mashed8, the Two Angry Gamers, Prodigio Pete, Mac from Pixel Enemy, Zagreek from the Nova Clan, and Burdu all decided to jump into a server yesterday. Took a little bit of planning, but we got there in the end. Activated the cinematic tools with some presets that Shadow6 had worked on, and we had a really good time. As you can see in the background, right now you're looking at Seas of Shanghai, but it doesn't look like Seas of Shanghai. It's at night, and my god does it look good. The one thing I wanted to show you in the video though is just the way that the gameplay changes, and this is what I think is the most important thing. Because night maps can look absolutely brilliant, and from the maps I'm going to show you, we've got Caspian Border, Zavod 311, Lumfini Garden, there's loads of different maps in there, and they all look brilliant. But what the key aspect is the gameplay changes and the lighting settings that enable you to have a good match. Now, of course, we're just playing with some community sort of created content here. It's by no means official, so please don't get the wrong idea of thinking that this is what it's going to look like in the future for Battlefield 4. This is entirely community created. A lot of hours have gone into creating the presets that we're playing with right now, and God knows how many hours have gone into making the cinematic tool. So please don't get the wrong end of the stick. This is entirely community based at the moment. This is no way official whatsoever. As I said, the first thing you notice, it's extremely difficult to play on these maps because you can't see half of what is going on. You'll have noticed I'll have adopted the FLIR scope simply because I couldn't see anything beyond about 30 or 40 meters. And even then, the FLIR scope sort of runs out and you only get the grey outlines of players in the distance. 3D spotting was disabled. Some of the maps, the minimap was enabled, some of it wasn't. Halfway through we decided to disable the crosshairs on the screen as well. There are no hit markers. So we tried to go all the way through the night just trying to refine it as much as we could. So it was pretty much just you with your headphones on, listening to the sounds of the game and trying to figure out where these people were. It was a really, really immersive experience. In the background, you might be able to hear myself talking with some of the other YouTubers. We were constantly chatting, laughing about what was going on. There were some areas that were really difficult to play in, and then some areas that weren't so difficult to play in. And it was really, really good as an insight into what these maps could look like if they were made into a nighttime version. We all agreed that the gameplay within these maps was very difficult to grasp, and there would need to be a lot more work done than what we've done already to make sure these maps were actually fully functional as night maps. It can be very difficult to get to grips with what's going on, especially because we decided to turn off all the hints whatsoever, so we couldn't even tell what was going on around us. It was a really, really cool experience. I've tried to pick the gameplay that best represents how last night went, so you'll probably notice from time to time I dive from really obscure things where I just couldn't see somebody that during the day I normally would be able to see. And that was our main concern here, is that the lighting within the level is only designed to work with daytime maps. It's not designed to work in a dark environment. So sometimes you'll only see lights going in one direction to illuminate something, but you don't realise that because during the day you're not really paying a huge amount of attention to it. but on this map at night time, it becomes much harder to see where you're going. A massive example of that was Gralen Peaks, which was part of the China Rising DLC. Some of the obliteration zones where you needed to go and plant the bomb were completely pitch black. You couldn't see a thing. You had to throw down a flare to be able to see where you were going, and of course that gave away your position instantly to the enemy, and you got shot in the back. So it became very difficult sometimes to know what you were doing, and very difficult to see where you were going. So a lot more work would need to go in terms of the lighting at least, to make sure these maps were ready to be played on. In terms of that lighting, we always thought that floodlighting would be the best way to go. On Zavod 311 there are already floodlights in certain zones. So all it would really need, well, let's say all it would really need, it probably takes a lot more than what I think it takes, but it would just need those lights to be turned on and light the area with a nice wide scope with the light, and it would light up the whole square in the middle. It would become much easier to see what's going on. The outside areas you would probably need some low-level lighting, maybe sort of small garden lights or little lights that stick out of the ground every sort of 50 meters or so, to make sure you've always got something to sort of move towards and it's at least guiding you through the map, especially how dark it can get on some of these maps. Siege of Shanghai was okay because it was fairly well lit anyway. It did need some tweaking because the lights just didn't shine in the right direction. They didn't glow as much as you thought they might do, and the fire was so bright that it was kind of overpowering from time to time. So all the maps need a little bit of work if they're going to take these ones on, but who really knows? They could be making brand new maps and that would be really cool as well. But I think that some of these maps that are already in the game deserve a remake for nighttime, especially Zavod 311 and Siege of Shanghai. I'd probably argue that Caspian Border as well, simply because I think it is everybody's favourite conquest map from BF3, and I think it just deserves the chance to have a night mode on it. I think it would be fantastic. But anyway, that's enough talking from me. It's time for you to watch what it looks like to activate the Levolution on Caspian Border at night. I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave some comments too. What do you think about what we've done with these Battlefield 4 maps? But as I say, thank you very much for watching. My name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Oh,
whoa!
Look at that.
Oh my god. Oh, it's coming towards me. It's going down and it's going to hit the wall. It's going to hit the wall.
Oh!
Oh!